Yo, what is up everybody? It's me, Robert Muraine, and welcome back to Reactions and Critiques. This is the 4th episode. They're going, they're gone. Welcome back to the show, everybody, and if you're new here, it's quite a simple concept. You guys submit your dance video links in the comments below. I put them on a list, and then I review them on this show. That rhymed, yeah! So, let's get into the first video. First video is coming from Muraine with a double W. Seriously, double W, which is cool. Ron, let's critique your dance video. Now that is an anime intro if I've ever seen one. Oh, I love your choice of music. I'm in Tobin. Big fan. You guys have good taste in music. Some toe spins, some glides. Big wave to a tutting combo. Okay, now we're miming. Got some good isolation. That was clean. Back to the waves. Got a nice little hit going on too. Alright, it's over. Cool, man. Good job, Ron. Thanks for submitting. That was a good video. I wish it was just a little bit longer, but that's just my taste. But I did like your intros and outros. They were pretty cute, pretty funny. It's a little practice session, nice vibes. A little tip for your camera. If you don't have like a super high quality camera or it's not good in low light, if you shoot in better light, you'll have less of that like noise. So just add more light to your room or shoot in the daytime with better light and you'll be able to use your camera to the best of its abilities. So let's get into your dance critiques. I'm gonna critique your dancing. In my opinion, now this is all of these critiques that I give on this show, they're just my opinion and my take on what I see. And a lot of other dancers may disagree with me. So, that being said, I felt that you were going from style to style a little bit too fast. Now, I understand that the video is only a minute long. Having that time constraint, I understand why you went from style to style. You were trying to get it in and show the best of what you got in the shortest amount of time. I know one of the things that people want to do these days is like grab people's attention and try and get the likes and try and get people to watch what you're doing by doing something crazy right in the beginning. But you don't always have to do that. It's nice, especially with a song like this, to play with that slow vibe and that beautiful music, which you were doing, but I think the jumping from style to style didn't really parallel the music very well. But having said that, what you were doing was actually pretty good. Like each style you had a pretty solid bass in. Your waves were really nice and deep. I like that body wave. And a little pro tip about body waves. If you isolate your hands while you do the body wave, make it so like your hands are on a table and body wave without dropping your hands down, you'll get a much nicer isolated effect. Like I said, I liked your deep waves, but I wish you continued them a little bit more. Do a longer combination. Do some trace waves with that. When you go down and you started doing some stuff, you can continue to wave. You went straight into a tutting combo right after that. As far as your gliding and your footwork, it was pretty cool. I would just not anticipate the music so much. You can glide and freestyle in between those moments you're anticipating instead of really like waiting and waiting to do that one toe spin or toe stall. You could have flowed into it instead of waited for it. Other than that, great video, Ron, and thanks for submitting. Let's get into the next video. The next video is coming from Gautam Kumar, also known as Auto Arms, I believe, because that's his name on Instagram. And if you do submit your videos on Instagram, I still prefer a YouTube video just because the quality is just a million times higher. So, Auto Arms, let's get into critiquing street tutting. You guys have some intros going on today. Dang, nice quality video. Got some serious tutting going on. Alright. You can see I'm deeply concentrated, right? Awesome, nice outro. Oh, that wasn't the outro, you came back. Sorry, I thought that was funny. I thought it was gonna be over, but no. He had more to do. Alright. Auto Arms. Good stuff, man. I see why they call you Auto Arms. You just kept going. First thing I want to say is this is quite the contrary to the last video. You really did tutting, straight tutting for 1 minute straight. Props, Matt, my man. That takes skills. That takes a lot of practice and respect for being able to do that. And you did it quite clean with confidence. I really liked your focus on the camera. It showed us that you knew what you were doing and that you were ready for anything. I don't know, you had this kind of attitude that I liked. I think it's a good thing to have that when dancing. If you were battling, that would be an intimidating face to use and psychologically would get into my head if I was battling you. So good on that, man. I think that's a plus. And another thing I liked about the video was the video. The perspective of the video was in a portrait mode because you were going to do all tuts and it was perfect. As far as that video though, there was a little bit too much movement for my taste. I think the cameraman just needs to be a little bit smoother with the camera. I don't know if you were using a real camera or if it was a smartphone, but if you're using a smartphone, just put it on a tripod and then use the tripod to kind of hold it steady. Or if it's a real cam, use a monopod or something. Just keep that footage steady while it's moving, because if you have the shake and you're trying to do the movement, it's just a little bit too much in my opinion. That being said, the other moment where the cameraman panned up to the sky but then came back on you, that was kind of awkward. I almost stopped the video right there, and I'm sure that other people would probably feel the same. Maybe it was intentional, but if it was, I feel like it wasn't executed properly. Let's get into critiquing your dancing. Now, I am a tutter. I like tuts, and when I watch tutting, even finger tutting, even though I'm not so much of a finger tutter, I don't do finger tuts at all actually, but there's some things that just bother me, and it's just the 90-degree angles at all times. I'm nitpicking here because obviously you're a really great tutter. You have lots of cool ideas and concepts and combinations. So I'm just telling you what you could work on, so I'm not just sitting here giving you props for the whole video. No one's gonna learn from that. But something that I would point out is keeping your tuts 90 degrees at all times. And that's, for me, what makes it. And of course, all of us have trouble trying to keep perfectly straight tuts. But having those 90-degree angles are always really important. And especially for finger tuts, because they're so intricate that you don't want to lose the intricacy of the style. To get the perfect picture of tutting and finger tutting, all the angles need to be really clean. Angles are number one. And before speed are angles for me, personally. Those are just a couple of things to think about for the future, and hopefully might help out a couple of other dancers along the way. You're on point, man, and your video's clean, and it shows people here are liking what you do. You have some comments and people are giving you props, man. Keep going, keep pushing, keep posting, keep innovating, keep dancing. Good job. Let's get into the next video. This is going to be the last video of today, and this video is coming from Bionic Val, who submitted on Facebook, but thank goodness he submitted a YouTube video. So I think he actually made a YouTube channel just specifically so he could submit this video. So I thank you for that. So, Bionic Val, let's do this. Damn. That is some control, bro. I can barely hear the music. Got some crazy dubstep going on. Oh crap. You did the RoboCop right now. Bro, you are hard, man. I wish I could hear the music better. No, you look like you're on beat though. Sorry that I'm laughing, but that was dope. I was really surprised. Like, you did what I do to people. You don't look like you're gonna be a dope dancer, but you're a dope dancer. That was funny. And you even have like some Hawaiian shorts on and stuff. Like, you're bare. You don't even have shoes on, dude. Why are you so good? All right. First thing about your video, you need to put the speaker next to your camera or something, because I can't hear the music. So it's hard to tell like if you're doing things on beat or not sometimes. Dude, you even had like a theme going on throughout the video. You're obviously a robot or an alien or something. Like once the music was a little bit more audible towards the middle and end, you could tell you were hitting all these intricate parts where those sounds simulate like robot sounds or like lasers. I was able to hear the music because of your dancing, if you know what I mean. Like, you were interpreting these sounds properly, and you have really strong animation skills, bro. Respect. Really good animation and control. With just a little bit of fine-tuning, I think you could become a really good dancer, really good popper, because you already are well on your way to becoming one. Critiques. You never looked at the camera once. I know this is like an ongoing critique, and I guess I'm gonna have to always say this on every episode, but yo, the camera's there. All those moments where you were lip syncing with the voice, bro, look at the camera when you do that. Like, that would just make it so much more intense. Oh, we're missing, you can tell you have a lot of personality, but you're just not communicating that to the camera. And this is a video, and you have to do that, bro. I felt like you were also anticipating certain moments in the music. I don't mind when dancers anticipate the music, but I don't want to see the anticipation. Like, hit those moments in the song, but don't wait for them. You can see it in your face when you're waiting for a moment in the music. Like, no matter who it is, there's just this moment of, like, hesitation. Like, oh, I think the music is about to hit, but it doesn't. And it's important to be freestyling. Even if you want your dancing to be as perfect and as precise as possible, and this is for everybody, this is a universal tip. Feeling the music and actually dancing and like letting go a little bit and not sticking to a routine or a set of moves. Now, I know you guys may have seen me always stick to a set of moves, but that's because I'm doing my number. I'm performing a number, like a choreography. It's a choreography, okay? Now, when you're freestyling, you need to get lost in the music a little bit more. You need to not have to anticipate all these moments. You don't want to really memorize the song, because it's a freestyle, it's not a choreography. So don't wait for parts to happen. Let them happen and enjoy the moment, because we're gonna see that in your dancing. Your enjoyment while you dance is you can see it. It's transparent. The people can see when you're thinking and when you're freestyling. And you don't want to look like you're thinking. You want to look like you have a free mind and that this is easy for you. You have a really strong animation technique, in my opinion. And when you have a technique like that, you don't need to anticipate the music. You just need to groove and feel it and just like let it out. Because no matter what you do, it'll be dope. And it'll probably be better than if you were always trying to like hit every little moment in like a dubstep song, which is actually pretty boring now in 2018. No one wants to see every little moment of a song hit perfectly anymore. We want to see someone dance. That's it. We want to see someone dance. At least the older dancers like myself and the generations before me. We like to see dancers dance. We don't want to see people thinking and wondering and trying to remember what they're going to do next. And I like your framing. Your video framing's good. The light's good. Everything's pretty good. Maybe put on some shoes and think about what you're wearing. I mean, I know that doesn't matter all the time and it looks comfortable to practice in. And I know this is a practice video. But another tip for everybody is if you want your video to do well, you have to think about everything. And what you wear does matter. So if you want to get all those hits and all those likes and you want to become a famous internet dancer, because that's what matters these days, you guys got to wear dope, not like fresh, expensive clothes, but just something with taste and style that has something to do with the dance at least. If you're doing popping, then you could pay some kind of tribute to popping. You don't have to wear hush puppies and like a fedora or anything, but I think pants and shoes are a good start, you know, like you're dancing, it's street dance, you should wear some shoes. You don't have to, it's just my opinion, and this is just my opinion. I think all these things matter. It's just like in a show. If you're not wearing a costume that fits the show, you just look out of place. And I learned that finally after years and years of experiences. But yeah, like in this case, I would wear some shoes, man. Then you would be able to do some footwork. There you go, there's a tip. More footwork, brother. I'll leave it right there. That's it for today, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. And if you haven't already, please subscribe below. Please hit the bell button next to the subscribe button. That will alert you anytime I upload anything new. I've also uploaded a stream earlier today. 2 days ago. Please go check that out. I finally talk about why I quit So You Think You Can Dance on this one. I know a lot of you are really interested in that, and since this gets massive amounts of views compared to the other videos, I thought I'd shout it out. So please go check out that video, and until next time, peace.